prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it goes. Free your mind.
You are listening to Panties and Sports. This is DizzieMac and the First Lady of Sports Talk, Miss Cheryl Smith. The First Lady, I mean the First Lady. And hey, we're here to give you broad panties and sports. So First Lady, been a busy week. Over to you for what you saying.
Each week we try to figure out what is going on in the sports world. Not the plays of the week, more like the players of the week. Are they trying to tell us something? So we ask, what you saying? Fly, little birdie, fly. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future. So I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle. Let the spirit carry me. I want to fly right into the future. The little birdie known as Brandon Spikes wishes he could fly far, far away from leaving the scene of an accident and being fired by the New England Patriots. Brandon claimed he hit a deer, but the Patriots and the police say, liar, liar, pants on fire. Brando now faces charges from the incident occurring hit and run. Bambi, Rudolph, Blitzen, and the Steve Miller Band are asking, what you saying? Yeah, liar, liar, pants on fire. That's what they're saying.
Whoa.
I mean, come on, Brandon.
Whoa.
You knew that you hit those people's car. Come on now. How do you compare a car to a deer? And I just don't understand. I don't know if he was drunk. He had to have been drunk because he ran from that scene. But the Patriots, I have to give them kudos because the fact that they released him because of this incident, they're not playing around. That's the great thing about what's going on with the Patriots. I guess they had enough of Hernandez situation. So when they're finding out a situation like this, they're really stepping up to the plate and they're, dealing with it right away. But the situation with Brandon, I don't know where he was coming from, but the fact that he hit these people, it was about three people or four people in the car, and he crashed into the back of them. And then the next thing you know, he left he abandoned his car near the Gillette Stadium. And, but before he did that, he put a call on his OnStar navigation indicating that his Mercedes Maybach had hit a deer. Of course, the police, they found no deer in the area, and all they did, they had that incident regarding the hit and run with the people in the car. So you put one and one together and make two. Obviously, Brandon hit these people. So it's really, I don't understand these football players. I mean, it would have been better for him just to stay at the scene of the incident. And, he may have not gotten into trouble. I mean, he probably obviously would have been ticketed, no doubt about it, because anytime you hit somebody from the back, you're going to get a ticket. But he could have kept his job with the Patriots. That's the issue. But obviously, he must have been drunk. He had to have been drunk. He had to have been.
Yeah.
DizzieMac, what do you think?
Hey, First Lady, something is fishy here. But, you got a Maybach just sitting out there abandoned. You got people not too far away, whiplash, back injuries, kid taken to the hospital. Yeah, when you add 2 and 2 together, it equals unemployment for Brandon Spikes because you're gone, you're fired. And, hey, the Patriots did the best thing. And their policy is a zero-tolerance policy. You have contact with the police, go down and get in the unemployment line because you're fired from here. Bob Kraft is tired of this kind of attitude, and he won't tolerate it. So if you have contact with the police, Brandon Spikes, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get fired. And either it was him or somebody he knew. But we all know his car was involved. So if it's your car, you're going to have to take the onus of the responsibility, which is you're going to have to take the fault or give up that person who was in your car. And now it seems like you were in the car because you would have been and gave that person up. Hey, I ain't losing my job for you because you were out there drunk. I don't care if I was in the car with you. I wasn't driving. But if you were, you're out of there. You're out of there, Brandon Spikes. Hey, you probably won't, you won't work in that city again. They gave you a second chance. Look what you did with it. And look what they did to you. You fired.
One of the things I looked at is that here's Spikes. Yes, it was a rear end, but they said that it wasn't that big of an accident.
Oh.
There was some minor injuries, there was some damage, but it wasn't like, people, it wasn't like people had to be rushed. They got to get the jaws of life and all of that. And obviously his car was drivable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as First Lady said, if he had stayed on the scene, even if he had been drinking, that doesn't mean automatically that the law enforcement officers would have said his behavior, warranted like a blood test or alcohol. He might have just occurred as a little bit shaken up. Mm-hmm. But by him leaving now, everything goes. Were you drunk? Were you this?
Yeah.
Why did you have to leave from a simple accident?
Right.
So
and he would have kept his job. That's the main thing. Obviously you are thinking enough to try to do as they say, it's not the crime, it's the cover up.
Cover up.
It's not what you did, it's the cover up. What you did, it can be disputed, slap on the wrist. Okay, you had it, but the cover up. So I don't know if I don't know if the Patriots would have cut him if he had been drinking, if he had alcohol in the system. They may have just said that they may have done the rehab and all of that.
Yeah.
But the cover up, you're trying to cover up. Especially with them, we ain't having no more cover-ups, and unless your name is Tom Brady, you did it. You're fired.
You're fired.
Yeah. Hey. Well, on that note, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my peers, putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monster. Listen to the bass go boom, explosion. Overpowered. Over the competition, I'm towering. Wrecking shop when I drop these lists that make you call the cops. Don't you dare stare. You better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest. That all get you slice and dice. Competition paying no price. I'm gonna knock you out. Huh? Mama said knock you out. Huh? Well, we're not talking about Miguel Cotto, Fritzy Zivic, or Cesar Sergio Martinez. We're talking about the knockout punch landed on the career of Evan Mathis by Coach Chip. You're fired. Traded Kelly on offensive tackle guard Evan Mathis. Wow. Is this an attempt by Kelly to prove he can cut anyone, not just a black player? LaShawn Shady McCoy, Nick Foles, Deshaun Action Jackson are asking, what you saying? Well, to a lot of people, it does look like, hey, Chip Kelly is trying to show that he's an equal opportunity cutter by cutting, Evan Mathis, who is white. Trying to dispel those rumors by Shady McCoy saying, hey, Chip Kelly is racist. He gets rid of all the best black players. I don't know. I'm sure that Chip Kelly, he's just doing his job. Whoever the player is who the player is. Black or white. It don't matter. You get on my bad side, I'm cutting you. Just like we were on 43rd Street in the street fight. In the street fight, I'm gonna cut you. and I'm going to cut you where it hurts. I'm going to get you out of here and have you hoping, praying that somebody pick you up. So, hey, I think it can kind of go both ways, First Lady Ronnie B. I don't know. I mean, hey, I think I see a little bit of both in all of this. What you saying, First Lady?
Well, Chip Kelly, he is the CCIII in charge here because he continues to show that it's his way or the highway. So, and for all the other players that thought Chip Kelly was prejudiced, well, he cut this Pro Bowler and he's white. But, Masters thought he had leverage, and he was trying to renegotiate that contract, and he obviously didn't show up for his OTAs. But Chip doesn't care if you're a superstar or you're a perennial Pro Bowler. If you oppose him, show him up, he's going to make you pay. And Chip said bye Felicia to Masters. He said bye. So Chip Kelly really, he's had a mass exodus of excellent players. And the one thing though, he still has that Riley Cooper on his team. Still making me wonder, DizzieMac, why is Riley Cooper still there?
Why is he there?
But he's still there. But for one thing, for Chip's sake, I hope he knows what he's doing because he's been getting rid of a lot of great players off of that team. And the Eagle fans, they are very unforgiving if they don't do well this year. And Chip, I hope you know what you're doing because you continue to amaze me of all the players that you've let go.
First Lady DizzieMac, if the Eagles have a losing season, have you heard of tar and eagle feathers?
Oh yeah,
because that's what the fans be looking for, to tar and eagle feather him. And he has a losing season. They don't get a check. He don't get a second chance. Those fans want him kicked to the curb immediately.
That's right.
Then the other part is if he does not win, and if he doesn't make the playoffs, it might not get kicked to the curb. But boy, he gonna be talk about thin ice, paper thin.
Paper thin.
Yeah. It's interesting. All these players. I mean, great players.
Good, yes.
And a guard. I mean, it's hard to find good guards out there, but that's right. It's very hard to find. So, like we say, we hope Chip knows what he's doing, because he'll be in some deep trouble in Philly.
Do.
Cheesesteak.
The first 3 listeners to email us or send a shout-out why these boxers belong together will receive a $25 gift card from our friends at sportsacademy.com. Stay tuned. Coming up next, we have a performance from E, the R&B hip-hop rock star, on the first part of Shout-Out.
Bring Mr. Vine and the cheesesteaks.
Get Chip Kelly some potato chips.
Oh, how special. Oh, beautiful, just beautiful. Oh, how adorable is that?
Edible Arrangements has a fresh fruit bouquet to make any occasion special. Our bouquets are made with fresh premium fruit, arranged in a variety of stunning displays. Make every occasion special with Edible Arrangements. Guys, the baby's over here.
Oh, all right. Oh, okay, yes.
And don't even think about touching my Edible Arrangements.
For pickup or delivery nationwide, call 877-DO-FRUIT, 877-DO-FRUIT, or go to ediblearrangement.com. That's ediblearrangement.com. Yeah.
Oh, my. What a nice looking baby you've got there.
Make all your special moments. Moments with Edible Arrangements.
The music flows in from around the globe to get a shout out from the panel. First Lady, I can't wait to hear the music from B. R&B, hip-hop rock star. Over to you. Shout out.
On Shout Out, we feature new independent artists who are looking to find their shining star. If we like what we hear, we'll give the track a shout out. If we don't like it, we hit the mute. This morning we have E, the R&B hip-hop rock star out of Washington, D.C., with tracks from his album, Team Think and Curvy. Let's hear Team Think and Curvy.
I had this fascination, more like an obsession. Not gonna lie, been trying to control it, but it hasn't been easy. And damn, I tried. This may sound superficial, but that's not my intention. Just gotta say, this physical attraction that's got me captivated won't go away. And every time I see it, I want it. Gotta have it. I know exactly what it is I want. Like all the other fellas, I'm checking, but no disrespecting. I gotta keep it real, not one to front. So baby, come on, you know I want it. Baby, come on, you know I need it. I'm letting you know you're my selection. Girl, you're the one. That's why I'm reckless. Hashtag Team Thinking Curvy. Team Thinking Curvy. Team Thinking Curvy. Team Thinking. Hashtag Team Thinking Curvy. Team Thinking Curvy. All my thinking curvy women all over the world. Got that. Damn, you got that. I'm loving everything that you do, girl, from your hair down to your shoes. Bossy, also flawless. Can't find just one word to describe you. All I know that I just love it. My thin slick honey, you know I couldn't forget ya. Include you in this tribute. Love your athletic figure. No man would ever deny ya. You're the object of our desire, and the way you move is so sexy, I just can't take it. And every time I see it, I want it. Gotta have it. I know exactly what it is I want. Hey, baby, your physique is dangerous, flaunted, shameless. I gotta keep it real, not want to front. So baby, come on, you know I want it. Baby, come on, you know I need it. Letting you know you're my selection. Girl, you're the one. That's why I'm reppin'. Hashtag Team Thinking Curvy. Team Thinking Curvy. Team Thinking Curvy. Team Thinking. Hashtag Team Thinking Curvy. Team Thinking Curvy. All my thinking curvy women all over the world. More than a fascination, yeah. More like an obsession. She's always an addiction, yeah. That's my selection. I really need that, you know I want that. Oh, girl, you got that, but let me get that. And every time I see your baby, it's a treat. And your body's thinking right there with another, you can see, you gon' need to, what I want to. I wanna see you walk around, I confront you. With a shape like an hourglass, cause I know that this commotion when you walk past. Civil up, she rests and you own it. Hey, them curves, I wanna jump on it. Hey, my name is E, not J Holiday, but I can put you to bed and we can rock it till the morning. You're not a basic girl, you classy. You're a boss chick, you so fancy. You're a lady in the streets, and I bet that behind closed doors you can get real nasty. Ladies, this is something I want you all to hear. I'm damn near rendered speechless every time that you are near. And every time I see you, I feel some type of way. That's why I'm proud to stare right here and say I'm reppin'. Hashtag Team Thinking Curvy. Team Thinking Curvy. Team Thinking Curvy. Team Thinking. Hashtag Team Thinking Curvy. Team Thinking Curvy. All my thinking curvy women all over the world. I love ya.
Hey, that's E with Team Thinking Curvy. Hashtag Team Thinking Curvy. All right, is that track getting a shout out, or are we going to hit the mute button? DizzieMac, what did you think of E?
Oh, we're going to give that a shout out. The Simi Shake girls over here, yeah, all up on me doing their thing. And Ronnie B had a couple over there on him, so they love it too. So I'm giving it a shout out, First Lady.
Shout it out. Ronnie B, what did you think of E?
I'm hitting the mute button. Yeah, Team Thick and Curvy just got a little too redundant. And so I need a little bit more creativity in the track. I'm hitting the mute button.
Oh, well, I disagree with you. I was feeling the Team Thick and Curvy. I just like the...
Thick and Curvy? See, that's how bad you get today.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, all right. It's Thick and Curvy. Okay, yes. All right. So anyway, I still like the song, regardless. It was redundant. It just had a nice vibe to it, and I like his music. I thought it was a well-produced record. Sounds very in today's artists and R&B. I thought it was a nice hip-hop record. So anyway, I'm feeling it. I know Ronnie B doesn't like it. Dizzie and I feel it. So we'll see. That's right. We'll hear another performance from E, the R&B hip-hop rock star, on part 2 of Shout Out. Is that the sound of my favorite underwater friend? Is it time for Flip It?
All right, it's time for Flip It, where our hosts defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. The Cavaliers had the Warriors on the ropes, but they let them get off the hook. The series is tied 2-2 and home court advantage moves back to Oakland. We asked the panel to defend. LeBron should be the finals MVP even if Cleveland loses. DizzieMac defend.
Ronnie B, LeBron, the most outstanding player in every game so far, postseason, championships. Game 1, 2, and 3. Oh, you averaging over 40 points a game. You're killing them. You're almost averaging a triple-double. You basically should have had Golden State down 3-0 coming into Game 4. You should have been looking to put them out. But you let them off the hook because you could have won Game 1, 2. Definitely you won, and you should have won Game 3. So, definitely you won Game 3. So, yeah, only one that you probably let get off the hook was Game 1. Yeah, LeBron is playing at an all-time high. You seen that pass he made. Ooh, that pass he made. Oh, jumping up behind his back, bounce pass, perfect for the dunk. It just shows the man's skills are on another level. Even if they lose, you have to give it up. Because nobody on Golden State is really taking the next step. Even in defeat, the King is the best player of the series. You got to give it to them, even if they happen to lose. But respect due, man.
All right, First Lady. LeBron should be the finals MVP even if Cleveland loses. Defend.
LeBron has been the greatest player in the finals. If he continues to have strong games and the series goes to 7 games, then LeBron deserves to be the MVP. when it comes to MVP, he is the most valuable player to his team, more so than Steph Curry. Let's face it, when LeBron is not on the court, the Cavs cannot score. They are shooting 17% when he is not playing. I mean, it is so bad. In Game 4, when LeBron cut his head, he couldn't even leave the game to get stitches because the Cavs need him on the court. LeBron has played better than any of the Warriors players. NBA history shows that in 1969 championship, the Lakers versus the Celtics, Jerry West received the MVP from the losing team. And he is the only MVP in the history of the finals to receive this award as a losing player. All I'm going to say is, move over, Jerry. Here comes the king to sit on his throne.
Preach.
Jerry West. The emblem.
Logo. The logo.
The logo.
The logo.
All right, we have to flip the script. Jerry West may have to dust off and move over, but we're going to ask the panel to defend. LeBron can keep the title, best player in the world. But if Cleveland loses, someone else deserves the MVP for the finals. DizzieMac, defend.
Oh, yeah. LeBron can keep the best player in the world title. That's him, no doubt. No arguments here. But if Cleveland loses the finals, you have to look at Andre Iguodala, who has come on and played like the player Golden State wanted him to be. I mean, again, he played his role, done what he was supposed to do during the regular season, but he saw the desperation in Steve Kerr's face. He's made the most of the minutes he's played. And on the defensive end, he's competed and fought and scrapped with LeBron, hounded him into bad shooting percentages. They all know LeBron's going to get his. It's just how he gets them. It's the main thing. If he's just in attack mode, just hitting a variety of shots and being efficient, that's the deadly LeBron. But the LeBron you can live with is the one that's shooting 12 for 35, 14 for 37. That's the LeBron that you want, because he's not a volume shooter. Once you make him a volume shooter, we see what happens. And Iguodala plays that to his favor. Yeah. Someone else will be the MVP if Cleveland goes down. You can mark it and book it.
Mark it and book it. Okay. First Lady, defend.
Well, everybody knows that LeBron is the best player in the world, but that doesn't translate to winning the finals. You are valuable to your team, but to receive the MVP, LeBron has to propel his team to the finish line. And if he doesn't do that and the Cavs don't win, then he doesn't deserve to have the MVP. You don't give the MVP to losers. You give the MVP to winners. It's the most valuable player. I know it's happened one time in the history of the NBA, but, hey, that was the first time they gave the award out. It was in 1969 when Jerry West won it as a loser. So I think the NBA really realized you don't give it out to the loser, you give it out to the winners. And everybody thought that Stephen Curry would have been the most valuable player for the Warriors. But the most unlikely player at this point is Andre Iguodala. And he has been their most consistent player on offense and on defense. He's really outplayed LeBron, especially in that Game 4. That's when he outplayed him. He had made it very difficult for LeBron to get easy shots. Yeah, LeBron is scoring 40, 44. He's averaging almost a triple-double, as DizzieMac said. But he has really taken a lot of shots to get 40 points. He's been a volume shooter. That's because Andre Iguodala has made it very difficult for LeBron. And I've never seen LeBron miss so many easy baskets. That's because Andre Iguodala is there in front of him all the time. So, yeah. LeBron, you are valuable to the Cleveland Cavaliers, but you got to win the finals to be the MVP.
All right, you heard the defense from the First Lady and DizzieMac, and the best player in the world, be the MVP of the finals, you got to pull them across the finish line. Or not. First Lady, take us to break.
Stay tuned. Up next, the funnies and our favorite underwater friend on Flip It Part 2.
Pull them across the line.
Let me ask you a question. Are you getting enough? I bet you'd love more, right? Well, AdamandEve.com wants to give you more with 10 free gifts. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, a specially selected toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. So what do you have to do to get your 10 free gifts? It's not hard. Just go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code FREE61 at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts. Go check out AdamandEve.com today. Select one item and get 10 free gifts, including free shipping, when you enter offer code FREE61. That's FREE61 at AdamandEve.com.
Welcome back. You are listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. It's time for the funnies. DizzieMac, over to you.
Thank you, First Lady. First Lady, we have our 20th Need to Grow story of 2015. Man, we done got up to 20 already. Drunken man posed as police officer to free friend in China. Police in China released CCTV video of a drunken man posing as an officer in an attempt to secure the release of a friend who turned out not to be in custody. Investigators said the man came into the Yangshan police station in Zhejiang province June 1st, shortly after 21 people were arrested in an illegal gambling sting and claimed to be a police officer from Chengdu. Officials said the man, who smelled strongly of alcohol, told the Zhejiang officers he was looking for one of the suspects arrested in the sting to transport him to another facility. However, police were suspicious of the man's story, and he eventually admitted he was posing as an officer in an attempt to have his friend released from custody. You need to grow. The man, who said he learned police procedures when he previously worked as a police assistant, admitted to his deception in court and was jailed for 5 days. Wow. Police said the friend, the suspect, was attempting to free, turned out not to be among those arrested in the sting. All that for nothing. 5 days in a hooscow, and your friend wasn't even there.
Wow.
That's
why he
smelled strongly of alcohol.
Going to the police station. Posing as an officer.
Strong smell of alcohol.
And if I'm willing to go to the police station drunk to try to get you out of trouble, I'm a friend.
That's a friend.
I need to grow friend, but a friend. All right, guys, dog, what the? Don't get the chimney shake girl's head wet, Flipper. But hey, it must be time for our favorite underwater friend, since he's here, for another round of Flip It. Johnny B.
All right, time for Flip It, where our hosts defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. Tiger Woods, the golfer used to be known as Tiger Woods, showed a career worse in the third round of his most recent start, the Memorial. It looks as though the roar of Tiger sounded more like P.P. Le Pew. Panel defend. No one should be scared or worried about Tiger. He is living off of old victories. Time for him to retire. DizzieMac defend.
Tiger is shot. He's a shell of his former self. I mean, you shot an 85 at the Memorial. Player, what's wrong with you? You were hitting waters, you were hitting bunkers, you were hitting trees, you were hitting places on the course that you only go there to relieve yourself. He is just all over the place. I don't know. Tiger, you have seen your better days. I can't see your game going down the tank this fast. And since it went down the tank this fast, there's only one thing left for you to do, homie. Retire. Go take a seat. I mean, you just, nobody's afraid of you. Nobody is even looking at you as a serious contender anymore. And if you do something, it's going to be just, well, that was just his past. He's in the past. But you're finishing last. Tiger, give it up. Tigger, Kitten, whoever you are now.
All right. Uh-oh, look who just snuck into the studio. The man with the plan, the savvy tongue sucker. That's right. Andre Ramirez, ExtremeSportsPicks.com. How them picks been going, Extreme?
Oh man, we've just been on fire. We nailed those last ones on the for the free plays was it last week. Hit both of them, didn't I?
Oh. Uh-oh. Well, Mr. Ramirez, you came in time for Flip It. Tigger Woods. Actually, the golfer used to be known as Tiger Woods. So the career worse in the third round of his most recent start, the Memorial. It looks as though the roar of Tiger sounded more like P.P. Le Pew. We're asking the panel to defend. No one should be scared or worried about Tiger. He is living off of old victories. Time for him to retire. Now, Andre been around a green or two. What you say?
Well, Tiger, he's got a lot of baggage. I think he lost his mojo a long time ago when he got caught up with all the women. So, it's time to choose another industry.
Whole other industry. Can he sell golf clubs?
You might be able to sell some shoes, or maybe some T-shirts or something. But these young guys, with the long hair, the skater-looking guys, they're the ones getting all the attention now. So I think you're getting actually that shift now in pro golf. Everybody's coming out with the new swag. This swag is done.
Stick a fork in it. All right. First, they doesn't know we talking about your boo. But no one should be scared or worried about Tiger. He's living off of old victories. Time for him to retire. Defend.
It's unbelievable to talk about retirement and Tiger Woods. This is a man that's won 14 majors before he was 33 years old. And now he's 39 years old and a has-been. It's just so sad to talk about him as a has-been. It appears that Tiger's injuries are still haunting him. He just can't get things right. I don't know what's going on with him. He can't regain his great form that he had. Maybe he just needs to revamp his entire golf game. He got to try something different. Tiger is so stubborn, though. He just doesn't want to try anything different. He's not really accepting of people to give him advice. He's been changing his coaching team a lot, too. So Tiger just needs to eat some humble pie and do something different. Listen to somebody. Get help, Tiger. Get help. Because you need to become that great champion again. I mean, I'm missing my boo.
All right. We're gonna flip the script. just as the grave is dug and we're ready to fill up the hole, we're gonna flip the script and ask the panel to defend. Don't call it a comeback. Tiger may be down, but he ain't out. Just when you're not looking, the roar will be back. DizzieMac defend.
Tiger will be back. He'll get over these injuries. He'll figure it out. You don't win as much as Tiger has and don't know what got you there, how you got there. You don't just lose your way. You may just get off the path a little bit, but he'll be back. He'll be able to play smarter. He'll be able to do the things that he's always been able to do, which is find the fairways, get up on the green, and knock down them birdie putts that he's been known to knock down. He'll knock down some eagles because he'll be able to reach them greens in 2 shots. Now, I have to take that third and fourth shot and sink it on the third shot on them par fives. You can bet on it, to use the Andre Ramirez phrase. Bet on it. He'll be back.
All right. We heard the defense. DizzieMac says the Roy will be back, but let's see what the First Lady has to say. Don't call it a comeback.
Tiger, he's been resilient in the past. He's had several injuries, and he's still trying to get that comeback. I mean, he's faced with another hurdle in his golf game. But one thing about Tiger, he has that competitive edge. Now, his confidence may be broken, but he is still a competitor, and he still has that drive to be the best golfer in the game. He is still chasing Jack Nicklaus' record for the most major wins. So I know Tiger will be the Tiger that we once knew. I know he's going to make a comeback. All he needs to do is get one win under his belt. And once he gets that one win, you'll see Tiger will soar and soar. And that roar of the Tiger will definitely be back. You can hear him roar. We're waiting for you, Tiger. Come back, Tiger. Like remember the old movie, Little Sheba? Come back, Little Sheba. Come back, Tiger. Come back.
Andre Ramirez. We were we were digging the grave, but we're saying he'll come back. Defend.
Well, Tiger, come back to your wife. Plain and simple. When he was playing his whole golf thing, he was living the married life and living the single life, at the Hustler Club, porn stars, there was 10, 20, 30 more women popping up.
30?
That's where I think he got his, that's where he got on his run, and all of a sudden when the family broke down and said, this is your option, I'm going to take half, I think that's where it broke his confidence. So, his wife's going to have to put in, 110% for Tiger Woods to come back. We don't know. That's one of those things. But if he can roar again, he's 39 years old and, 40, he's colonoscopies and getting over the hill. Buddy, you got to do something.
All right. Well, we heard the defense on both sides of it for Tiger Woods. But right now, First Lady, take us to break.
On the other side of the break, we have another performance from E, the R&B hip-hop rock star, on Shout Out. Please stay tuned.
Kid in the Woods.
Diggle. Sheba.
never come back.
I'm Boss Hogg, host of The Last Word. When I'm inside or outside of the studio, I have to make sure I wear the best, and that includes the best in eyewear. Ray-Ban eyewear has been worn by those seeking to go from myth to legend. Ray-Ban's selection of legendary styles dating back to 1937 have been worn by the famous, infamous, and everyone in between. Ray-Ban eyewear has stood the test of time. Many of today's top entertainers, athletes, and those who want to make a fashion statement choose from their vast array of styles designed to take you from myth to legendary. To find a store near you or to browse their wide selection, visit Ray-Ban at www.ray-ban.com. That's www.rayban.com. Take it from Boss Hogg. I say rush it when it comes to Ray-Ban. They are the last word when it comes to eyewear that will make your style legendary. Holla!
You are listening to Brawls, and as a sport, it's time for Shout Out Part 2, the fifth and the finale. The music flows from around the globe to get a shout out from the First Lady and the crew. First Lady, take it away.
We have another performance from E, the R&B hip-hop rock star. DJ, let's hear the track, Provoking Me. Provoking Me.
It's such a crazy thing. So crazy. I can't believe this is happening to me. Conflicted all inside. Deep inside. I've got to take control of this. Can't surrender my love to you. Don't be long. You always had a thing for me, but this won't work. Why can't you see, girl? I can't lie, your finest hell, but if we keep on, this won't end well. Trying to resist, but you're making it hard for me. Can't go any further, so it's best that I should leave. You know I got a girl, I'm not trying to do her wrong, but yet you just keep provoking me. I'm not fit to play this game. I thought I was, but it's too much for me. Your sexual appetite, devour souls of whoever takes the lead. Had me feeling for your touch, girl, when we first met. Had to rethink this whole thing before I provoking me.
Provoke him. Provoking me. That was E. All right, let's go to our panel. Ronnie B., what did you think about provoking me?
I'm gonna give that one a shout out. Had a little more energy. It sounded like the artist was putting a little bit more into the lyrics, so I'm giving them a shout out.
All right, you're gonna shout it out. Andre Ramirez, what did you think? I know you don't like R&B, but what do you think about provoking me?
Kind of reminds me of something my girlfriend listens to on the radio. And, give it a shout out. Maybe get signed because it's got that, that mainstream, kind of like what everybody else is doing, kind of that club music. So he's got potential. So It's pretty good.
All right. DizzieMac, what do you think of provoking me? We haven't heard from the Shimmy Shake girls. What do they think about it?
Oh, they loving that. They're taking them back to the clubs and places like that. Taking me back to the clubs of the 80s. Sounded like Little Rockwell. Somebody watching me.
Right.
Yeah. Popping bottles in the club. I was on the Bearskin rug doing it big. Back then in the clubs. I remember my cousin Gus up there partying, dancing to that song with his Jerry curl. What up, Gus?
Yeah, you're right, DizzieMac. It sounded like the 80s sound back in the club, almost even to the 70s with the disco music. He went disco, club music, so I'm going to give it a shout out. It was okay. I actually like the first song better. I kind of like it. It was a little bit slower. This one is a little bit fast, but it had a lot of lyrics. Ronnie B was saying he did put a bit more into the lyrics, but I'll give it a shout out. Provoking me. Well, that's the end of shout out. If you like what you heard from E, the R&B hip hop rock star, hit him up at R&B hip hop rock star at rockstar.com. So I'm going to spell this one out for you. It's RNB hip hop rockstar.com. If you would like to be heard or have any comments, you can send your emails and tracks to panties@oldgirlfyradio.com. It is time for the picks. We continue our NBA hoop picks, looking to see which one of our panelists will be the champion of the hoops, will be the MVP of the predictions. Well, I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is that we have last week's scores. The bad news is we still don't have the combined total scores as yet, so we're still working on that. So as far as last week's scores, Andre Ramirez, you said you had a good week. You darn sure did have a great week. I mean, it was unbelievable, Andre. You just came in and took things over. You scored 550 points. And you were the only person that was in the positive because everybody else was in the negative. I was a negative 250, DizzieMac was a negative 200, and Joe was a negative 175. Andre came in here and just got 550 points just like that.
The smoke.
Wow, Andre, you had a great week.
Hey. Smoked them.
Man, those 8-point underdogs cashed in pretty good. Then you took the money line. This week it's it's different because I don't have a position in yet. So I'm gonna actually be on the sidelines for this game. I'm not touching it.
All right. So anyway, let's get to our picks. We'll let you get to your picks later, but it's our picks right now. The Warriors will win Game 5. 100 points for the correct answer, minus 150 for the incorrect answer. All right, Andre, who's going to win Game 5? No, not who's going to win. The Warriors will win Game 5. That's the question.
Well, the Warriors are the favorite by 8.5 points. I don't have any information yet, and I don't know what the referee's going to do because I do know that this game is fixed. And
you do know this? That's some inside knowledge here.
It's going to go Game 7. It has to be, because that's where they make all their money. That's what we're telling our bettors, that the NBA has been doing a lot of funny status. You know, LeBron James, running the ball and traveling, and it's calls not being called right because they need this game to go to Game 7. So I don't know where it's going to go, but I have a tight lean on the Golden State Warriors at home.
Okay, you got the Warriors at home. Okay, that's what Andre's picking. Ronnie B, what's Joe's pick?
Joe is going with them Warriors at home.
Okay, DizzieMac?
The Warriors at home.
Well, I'm going to go with the Warriors, too. I know it's the best out of 3 right now. And usually, though, who wins Game 5 usually wins the championship. But in this particular play, I'm going to go with the Warriors. Will win Game 5. Okay, let's move on. The Warriors will win Game 6. Okay, I'll start this off. The Warriors will not win Game 6. The Cavaliers will. So my answer to this is no. DizzieMac?
Yes, the Warriors will win Game 6.
And the championship, huh?
They're knock them out the box, Rick.
All right, Andre?
Tough one again. If the Cavs win the game, if they win the other game, then the Warriors win the final and it goes into 7. But if the Warriors win this past game, then the Cavs will win the next game. And that should be a good guarantee.
So the Warriors will win Game 6, yes or no?
No.
Okay. Ronnie B. Joe's answer.
Warriors will win Game 6.
Okay, so you Joe and DizzieMac say the finals will be over in 6 games. Steph Curry will lead all scorers in Game 5. DizzieMac. Oh, 100 points for the correct answer is minus 75 for the incorrect. And I want to say that Game 6, let me backtrack here, that the Warriors will win Game 6, 300 points for the correct answer and minus 200 for the incorrect. Some big, heavy points. So anyway, now DizzieMac. Steph Curry will lead all scorers in Game 5.
No, he won't.
Okay. I'm going to say no, he will not. Andre?
I'm going to go with no.
Okay. Ronnie B. Joe?
He'll have a breakout game and lead all scorers.
Okay.
He's overdue.
LeBron James will lead all scorers in Game 6. Ronnie B., what's Joe's answer?
For 200 points, LeBron James will lead all scorers in Game 6.
That's 200 points and negative 100 points for incorrect. So you said Joe will say yes. DizzieMac?
LeBron, Game 6, he's going to put it all out there.
DizzieMac?
Oh yeah, LeBron, he's gonna go max out. He's gonna score 68 points, and they're gonna lose, but he's gonna lose all
68.
He's gonna go for 68.
Andre, can we get some odds on that 68?
Oh man, the engine's about to top out.
Okay. Well, LeBron. Well, Andre, what do you think? Will LeBron James lead all scorers in Game 6?
Well, at 69, he blows. So I'm gonna go with that. He will lead. He has to.
And I'm gonna also say he will lead in Game 6. All right. Okay, let's see. LeBron will have a uniform malfunction. He will have a uniform malfunction. I mean, are we talking about which game? The Pacers? Just in general, okay, let's just say LeBron James will have a uniform malfunction. Well, I don't think LeBron will have another. No, he will not have another uniform malfunction because the last one was just so traumatic. That's why I don't even think he played well in Game 4. So I'll say no. DizzieMac, will he have a uniform malfunction?
Oh no, he learned from the first time. You heard what we saw. You saw Gloria over there whispering his ear. Kick your pants up, boy.
Andre, will LeBron have a uniform malfunction?
No, I don't think he'll have one.
Okay, and Ronnie B for Joe?
When I have noticed, and I don't know what it is, but is there some kind of redesign in the shorts? Because it seems like the players, as soon as they come off the bench, they're pulling their shorts, having to tuck it. What's going on? That they got to do. I'm like, something must be up with that design, because I'm just seeing them, and it's not just a little. You know how like you do a little tucking in. No, they getting up, they pulling the sucker way out.
Well, no, he was pulling them compression shorts. He wears the compression shorts underneath his regular shorts.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of players. It looks like, well, they need to loosen up. You can't go in all tight, brother. You can't go in all crunched up now. You got to be loose. Let it flow. Let it flow.
Back in the day, you remember how short those shorts were and how tight they were?
The shorty shorts. I think they should bring the shorty shorts back. The women love them, and the men love to tease them. So I think they should bring the shorty shorts back, but there will be no uniform malfunction this time.
Okay, no. Okay, so everybody says no. There will be no uniform malfunction for LeBron. The series will not go 7 games. I say the series will not. I'm saying no to that answer. DizzieMac.
I would go with yes. Even though I know.
Yeah, well, obviously, if you have them winning in Game 6, yeah, you're obviously going to say yes. And Ronnie B, Joe?
6 games.
Yes, I know. So I'm saying no. And Andre?
This is my 100-dime game. Go all in.
Series will not go.
All in on all my points. All in on Game 7. All in everything I have.
Well, that's not how we do it. So anyway, that's 250 points for the correct answer for that question, and minus 150 for incorrect. And I forgot with LeBron James malfunction. That's 50 points for the correct and minus 100 for the incorrect answer. So,
but can I put up my 500 points that I won to put on that Game 7? If I lose everything.
Now, Andre, I know you bet like this for your extreme picks, but this is old Grumpy's picks, so that's how it goes.
Trying to break the house.
Before we go, it's time to find out what we missed this week. DizzieMac, what did you miss?
Man, I missed a no-hitter this week in Major League Baseball. The Giants rookie shutting out them Mets.
Okay.
Kudos.
Andre Ramirez of ExtremeSportsPicks.com. What did you miss? And do you want to get? I already talked about your picks. You can go give us some more info about your picks. But what did you miss?
I missed Ric Flair doing the whoa on Game 4 of the Cavaliers. I don't know if you guys caught that, but I didn't catch that. And that was something important because I love wrestling. Big fan of mine. I'm a real big fan of this. So anyways, we got some big games. We got the championship games. Today I think next week we're going to hit pretty hard again. So baseball's here. Pick up a subscription. Pick up a bookmaker account. You can start betting on some games and make a killing like everybody else is. Go to ExtremeSportsPicks.com. If you're in Vegas, stop by the Venetian Sportsbook on a Saturday and pick up our tip sheet there and get the free money plays. So we're doing big things.
Okay. All right. Ronnie B., what did you miss?
I miss my hometown Blackhawks making it a game 5.
Okay.
Gold Coast still on ice. And I also miss Michael Sam leaving the Alouettes camp for personal reasons. Does he really want to be does he really want to be a professional football player?
Yeah, what's that all about, huh? What is that all about? Well, what I missed, and I think a lot of people missed this because we're going through the NBA finals. I missed the fact that the Milwaukee Bucks sent Ilyasova, their veteran forward, to Detroit for Caron Butler and Sean Williams. Now, Milwaukee, with that trade, cleared away $23 million in salary cap space. There's a lot of talk in Miami that maybe they're going to make a run at Dwayne Wade, because we all know Dwayne Wade played for Marquette. So that's something that we're going to look to see, because why are they clearing all that cap space? You know, Dwayne Wade wants to leave because he feels very disrespected by the Miami Heat. He can go play for his college team. We'll find out why they're clearing that cap space. All right, this is Cheryl Smith and the crew, and you have been listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports.
Go Andre.